morning, viewers. Welcome to Global Entertainment News Breakfast Show, your daily dose of news and updates. I am Bisola, your host, and joining me in the studio today is Bella. Okay, so we are going to take our today's top news from Vanguard and Punch newspaper. Today's top news from Punch. Catholic Church suspend Delta priest over secret US wedding. The Catholic Deacon of Warri, Delta State, have suspended Reverend Fr. Daniel from priestly duties following his alleged marriage sealed in the United States of America. This was contained in a statement titled Decree of Suspension, dated Thursday, January 16, 2025, copies of which were made available to journalists in Warri on Sunday.
What the chief nurse actually did was the right thing because you can't actually take your vows to serve God and then you
You go
test from
against it.
sin and then you still go against it. And you being a priest is something that if you know you are not actually ready for this priesthood, you shouldn't have taken the vow. Or if you know that you don't want to remain unmarried till you meet the Lord, why don't you just quit and then go get married and live happily? Now it's going to be a thing of a shame for the um, church, and at the same time looking at it as if that you are someone that can even stand with, take your own word, stand on your own word. It's a good thing that they actually have to suspend the Nigeria. I think that is the right thing.
Yeah, it is a good thing because imagine you being the leader and the members of the church are looking up to you. Okay, for example, now they should not put you as one of the counseling members that are counseling the people that wants to do wedding. What do you want to say to them? You have defied the law. You have gone against the vow. So what do you want to tell them?
But being a counselor actually was not something that is that bad, but the priest itself is something that we are looking at because if you are going to be a priest, you're going to take your vow and say that you are not going to be in any intimate with any woman, not to
Apart
even
from
get
your
married,
wife.
and not even your wife because priests
Okay.
don't get married.
Okay.
So that was the reason why it's been suspended from his duty because you have already taken that vow that you're not going to be married. I mean, yes, why do you have to go against it and
Secretly.
then doing a secret wedding at that?
That's bad.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. Niger explosion. Tinubu, Buhari, others mourn as death toll hits 86. The death toll in the petrol tanker explosion at Dikko Junction near Suleja in Niger State has risen to 86, with 55 persons injured and receiving treatment at the hospital. By Saturday, when the incident happened, the death toll was put at 70 and 50 injured. However, more corpses has been recovered and given mass burial in Dikko. A speeding fuel tanker crashed on Saturday morning in Dikko Junction between Niger and Kaduna State.
Nigeria will never learn from one
At
certain thing
all.
because all they think, imagine now it's 86 deaths already and 55 still receiving treatment on the selfishness that we Nigeria are putting ourselves into. Yes, there's a tanker. What if that tanker did not explode? The owner of that tanker and the fuel has gone into debt. And then you now putting your life at risk to go and scoop fuel from the tanker that crashed. You don't even think about your life. It gets to a point that you have to all the people in that hood, in that depot has to be burnt, and then now that some of them are even dead, and even those that tried to help, there's no way you can actually help when the tanker is already on fire. It's
Oh,
dangerous. I know those people were not actually think that because they wanted to help those that are already, but it's very dangerous for you to go, and those that try to help are also affected in it. Nigeria will never learn from taking, like resisting from this kind of a thing. We know that the country is hard, but not to the point of trying to scoop fuel on the tanker that no now.
you see, the day Nigeria hear word, the day that day Nigeria will change. Because there is a saying, prevention is better than cure. Like, why will you? Because you suffered, you still die. Still can't suffer for help, for heaven.
But
Like,
it's,
I
it's
don't
some
understand.
it's something
Nigeria
that
will go
we learn.
beyond
I'm not
imaginations
going to. This is not the things that we needed to even call the government for.
at
But we,
all.
the
We
citizen,
need to
we need
change.
to learn and then understand that there is risk at everything we take. trying to take this fuel is we are okay. Let's not look at the fact that the tanker exploded, but we are looking at the fact of
A
where
lot
the
of people
person,
died.
the owner of this tanker, lost the money. You scooping the fuel and then nothing happened. You put this person in debt.
The person is even already in debt because imagine that kind of tanker exploding, a lot of petrols will be waste. We get
Exactly.
waste. Do you understand? So you trying to get involved in it again, like putting your life in danger. How I wish
Even
Nigeria
for
can just listen.
recovery for those that are still receiving
Yeah.
treatment.
Okay, moving on. Fear over deportation. Borders closure as Trump returns to White House. As the 47th President of the United States, Donald Trump takes office today. Laolu Afolabi chronicles his second journey to the White House and concerns over his immigration and border policies, among others. At exactly noon today, President Donald Trump will take the oath of office as the 47th United States President in the presence of United States Chief Justice John Roberts. Trump will move back into the White House after the inauguration ceremony, which include a formal swearing-in ceremony as well as musical performance, a celebratory parade, and several formal balls. Vice President-elect JP Vance will also take the oath of office. Donald Trump on stage to officially begin their administration.
It's the problem that most of these immigrants in the United States hears right now is that the stance on the Donald
Trump
Trump's on the deportation because it says that those illegal immigrants that are still in the United
will
States,
deport
they're
them.
definitely going to be deported and then it's going to be on a mass deportation. It's not kidding about it and
They
then
are
it's not
scared.
it's not ready to actually back down on his
Mm-hmm.
word. It's coming back to actually eradicate illegal loyalty because we feel that those that there are already some people that are on the run right now, even those that are actually a citizen is coming for both the LGBT community, the gay activists, and all that inactive, illegal stuff that then there's a lot that is needed to be feared right now because he's not joking about his own take, whatever he wants to do
Yeah,
in the United States.
the man is someone that says and he do as he say. Is a man that stand by his words.
Yes, he stand by his word and then he has been fighting and then
Mm-hmm.
actually he won for the second time
Yeah.
and then he's still going to return back to the White House and then take
But they
whatever
are on the run now. Running at us get
yeah, some people are on the run. If you don't have anything to be scared about, I don't think there's need for you to be on the run in that situation.
like. Okay, moving on. NLC fourth fresh petrol price hike, says FG insensitive. The Nigerian Labour Congress has frowned on the recent hike in the petrol price of premium motor spirit, popularly called petrol, describing it as the height of insensitivity against the masses. Senior NLC officials disclosed this in separate interviews with our correspondent on Sunday, as oil marketers refuted being blamed for the recent hike in PMS price nationwide.
Dangote said also have a relation with this because
Mhm.
it's all petrol as well, and then it's because of the crude oil. My own question is right now is that there is crude oil in Nigeria, but why would there be a hike in petroleum? There is not made available for the companies, especially Dangote's one, to actually have enough refined petroleum PMS for the masses, and that is the concern right now because you can't be purchasing crude oil at a high price and then you expect your refined
Petrol
petroleum to
to
be
high
sold
also.
into a peanut for the masses. No, you are at loss as well. That, but I don't know how the Nigeria are managing the refinery, the resources that we have right now. But I think it's something that the government really needs to look into because Nigeria is one of the, let me say, the resources we have is crude oil is part of it, but I don't know why there has to be a scarcity of crude oil for I don't know why there has to be a scarcity of crude oil to that needed to be distributed to the refinery then refine it into petroleum. I don't know how that is possible.
God help us in this Nigeria. We all need cooperation. Okay, moving on to today's news on Vanguard. Children sued Governor Mba over detention of 86 years old blind father. Children of the traditional rulers of Akwakumen in Udi local government area of Enugu State, Igwe Ukwueme Odenigbo, have appealed to Governor Peter Mba of Enugu State to release their 86 years old blind father and brother Solomon from prison custody in Enugu. This also made a Save Our Soul call on the senator representing Enugu West Senatorial Zone (Osita) and the chairman of Udi Local Government Council, Engineer Idris Agwu, over the continued incarceration of their 86 years old blind monarch, Igwe Odenigbo, by the Enugu State Police Command.
No, this thing is, I think it's this 86-year-old
Blind man.
grandfather is actually a bit between a man called Hy- let me talk about his AKA name is nickname that is being Zone. Like I don't know what transpired between the both of them to the point that we needed to arrest or put this man into detention since on the I think it was since on Friday
Wow.
till now, and that is really a concern. And I don't understand why governor of a state has to be in the partake
Of
of
this.
this. Is the man is also a monarch, and then this is not something that needed. Whatever that needed to be, if this man is old enough that whatever that is
They will
happening
have
should be
even they will have even given him a house arrest because he's a blind man instead of them detaining him.
exactly
And
and
house
putting
arrest
him.
is okay.
That would be fine, but at the same time, he was being arrested, followed by his son. This thing is something that needed to be. The whole story was on X and where a friend of the child, the son that was being arrested, with the father was talking about it that the boy was arrested with his father, and then the governor Mba needed to look
In
into
two
it
days, yeah. He's even
because
he's
his
even a
name
partaker of this self.
yeah, his name does not have to be stained in something like this. Whatever that it has to be, this man is old enough for you, for the whole things to be settled amicably.
Okay, moving on. Trump wants 50% US ownership of TikTok. US President-elect Donald Trump on Sunday told his supporters that he wants Chinese-owned short-form video app TikTok to be at least 50% owned by US investors. On the eve of his swearing-in, Trump told a rally in Washington that he would allow the app to continue operating in the US but let the United States of America own 50% of TikTok. Their hands on gentle and nurturing now dig through. So what do you have to say on this?
What I have to say on this is Donald Trump is a businessman, and then he actually knows what he's talking about. Yes, owning a 50% of the TikTok
Yeah,
is like or giving your own citizen the opportunity to actually have some investment in their own side. This is a good thing, though, but because I know TikTok is going to think about this. Yesterday, the TikTok was being banned in US, and then many of them were, but it was not that. But I think that they have already thought through about it because they have their major subscribers from there, and then I being he's taking a good step for that because it really wants to make provide something for the citizens that they are going to actually have their own interest from. If the US is actually subscribing to TikTok to actually make a whole, then they have the right. The president have the right to actually request for his own 50% because we are into business
yeah.
together. So let's do it together. We're going to work it out.
But to them, they don't see it like that.
Why would they say it like that? The president knows what he's asking for and he knows what he's requesting because the TikTok from China, they actually make a whole lot. This is not just an ordinary people we are talking about here. They made up to $1 trillion and
It's
then this,
worldwide.
yes. So you can imagine if Donald Trump is asking for this to actually be and the 50%, it's not
It's not
asking
too much.
it's not asking for a lot of people, but I
Yeah.
know he's a businessman and then he wanted to do something out of it all. That's what it is.
All right, so moving on. NDLEA nabs nursing students over alleged attempts to ingest cocaine. Operative of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA) have arrested a 26-year-old 200-level nursing student at Noida International University in India for allegedly waiting to ingest 76 wraps of cocaine. She was arrested before her return flight to the South Asian country through the Malam Aminu Kano International Airport, Makai, Kano. A spokesman of the agency, Femi Babafemi, said Esther was scheduled to return to Delhi, India from Makai, Kano on Qatar Airways flight 1432 on Friday, 17th January 2024, but was arrested in her room at 11:30 p.m. on Thursday, 16th January at Royal Park Hotel, Sabon, Gari, Kano, while awaiting the cocaine consignment she was to ingested before her flight the following morning. Like, this girl get mind.
This is not even the matter of this. She get my
76
no,
wraps.
but this is something a consigned something about a nursing student for that matter, and then okay, if there is any possibility that she was not caught, and then this cocaine that she was trying to ingest actually melted
In
and then
her
in
before she
her
reached there.
before she reached there, because even if she's going to go through an operation
Mm-hmm.
where those cocaine is going to be taken out one after the other. She has already know the people that she's going to be selling this, those that have already sent her to get this thing, and then she's already on the way. Like,
Jeez.
there's a whole lot on my mind that I needed to take. The risks that people take just because they wanted to make money is really, really
The,
alarming.
the fact that she's even a nursing student, she should know the like the
That is not even about it. That's
no, she
not
should
even.
even know that this thing is not even good. A nursing student for that matter.
She's a nursing student, but she knows what she wants. The difference is between her being a nursing student and the difference of her, and the difference is that she was actually on a mission to deliver a
The
cocaine.
cocaine, like
It's
76
some
wraps.
that nursing is she just wanted to get the certificate, but she knows what she's
She's
trading,
pursuing.
what she's trading herself for. Well,
God. Okay, viewers, moving on. Government invades church, shoots prophet dead during service in Ogun State. A 55-year-old church prophet, identified as Abayomi Adetula, has been slain by unknown gunmen at his church in Idiroko, Ipokia local government area, Ogun State. Vanguard learned that Ojo Ola, who is also the founder and prophet of the Celestial Hebrew Cathedral Special, was attacked and killed on Sunday, the 19th at around 10 a.m. while ministering at his church.
I think this is something of an assassination. We really need. It's something of an assassination, but what actually what the man, the prophet did that get to the point of him being
Being killed
assassinated is
while
something
ministering.
that we, the government are not identified. None of the people at the church actually know who these people are, and then it's quite something very serious because killing and assassinating people in the broad daylight is something that it's becoming a
It's
norm,
just
and
too
then
much.
it's getting too much in Nigeria this day. May the soul rest in peace. I
Yeah.
don't have anything more to
Was
say.
we don't know what he did and why he was killed. All of a sudden we just hear gunshots. Why he was ministering in the church
It was a Sunday. It was
on
Sunday.
Sunday.
Yes, it was ministering,
Yes.
and then there were congregation at the church. So it's not something that
Imagine the fears in in the
yeah,
face of the members.
the fears might be there, but at the same time, this thing is a concerned issue. None of those government were being found or being identified at the moment, and then well, the investigation needed to go on or whatsoever. They need the investigation because
Yeah.
even though, as they say that they're all man of this is man of God, and then they wouldn't have how will I say,
They wouldn't do
they
anything
won't dig their
sinful.
hand into a bad thing. There's
Mm-hmm.
still something that we needed that we don't know.
Yeah. All right, viewers, thank you for joining us on the breakfast show today. I've been your host, Busola. Be sure to join us again tomorrow, same time, same station. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more news and updates on Global Entertainment News TV. Have a blessed day. Bye bye.